Hello, and welcome to From Ashes to Action, the Anglican Union's Lenten podcast series. Today is the second Tuesday in Lent, and our speaker is the Right Reverend Kevin Francis Domlin, Prefect of the Anglican Union and Assistant Bishop of the Diocese of Zanzibar in the Anglican Church of Tanzania.
Greetings to you on this second Tuesday of Lent. This Tuesday is bookended between the feast day of two great saints. Yesterday, the 17th of March, St. Patrick, the patron saint of Ireland, and tomorrow, the feast of St. Joseph, the foster father of Jesus, on the 19th. I'm struck by the lives of these two men as we start our podcast today, because these are two men who I find who were completely immersed in the Beatitudes, who live fully into the promise of these attitudes of living as Christ. I say that because if you consider their lives, they had a profound concern for all conditions of life and the people given to their care. Of course, Joseph with Mary and Holy Family, and Patrick with the people of Ireland. This profound care, the concern for all conditions of life, what it did, it gave them wisdom and grace to live into the ebb and flow of human life, to live into a rhythm, to find God's grace in difficult circumstances. So the Beatitudes can be that for us in our Lenten journey, particularly in a precarious world that we find ourselves in. A world with a lot of confusion, upheaval, and stock markets and political powers changing daily. The Beatitudes give us an opportunity to understand our needs and also the needs of others. To understand how God can help through the grace and wonder He gives us. The Beatitudes, as we consider them this Lent, are an opportunity to find meaning in words that are profound, and meaning in words that go to the heart of human experience. To be hungry, to be thirsty, to be in need of healing, to know consolation, to seek hope. The Beatitudes offer us a way forward, because the Beatitudes cover a whole range of human need. And really, they're more than quaint phrases, but rather they go to the heart of how our soul is to respond. That we are called to be illuminations of the way of Christ. You know, if you were to go to the illustrated Gospels, like the Lindenfarn's Gospel or the Book of Kells, those ancient manuscripts of the New Testament text, very often when they got to the Beatitudes became even more rich and more profound in terms of their color and their size on the printed page. And I think that's because these words go to the very heart profoundly of the Christian life for each one of us. And so the monks wanted to enumerate to us who read them that these are a way that the changes and chances of life become instruments by which God is profoundly revealed. And it's at those points in life, those points where we're grieving, those points where there's hunger, those points where there's a need for consolation, those moments in life, that these words can resound in those moments. And they're more than just poetic phrases or just routine pietistical statements. If we can take them to heart, these attitudes of being as Christ, they can change us and they can change the world. In fact, if we allow them to change us, we allow them to move us, when we go to receive that Eucharist, the summit and source of the spiritual life, we become the bread for the world. We become Christ to the world. As St. Teresa said, we're Christ's hands, we're Christ's heart, we're Christ's feet in the world. God's words can resonate within us this Lent. They can profoundly color the way we see the world. And the words of the Beatitudes can compel us to go in ways and down roads we've yet to travel for the sake of the kingdom, revealing God's truth and God's power and God's might. No wonder they're called the words of blessing. So this Lent, I beg you, I implore you to undertake the Beatitudes, mindful of their power, as we now pray. Well, God, help us to see as far as we can with your attitude, and then trust even further for what we cannot see. And let us know your strength to do and follow your will for the sake of your kingdom. Amen.